good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. Natural say nipa oye nipa papa no oja ajapadeɛ na enye ne ma nko a na oja ajapadeɛ no ma omo na mmom ne nananom ne ne nananka nso amo nyinaa no omutumi enya ajapadeɛ free obi a oye honom pamche mu da ho enti oye obi a oye nipa papa oye kristoni oye Seventh Day Adventist na oye uwo subampa oda subampa dia ɛwɔ sɛ otumi ɛbɔ mmɔden sɛ deɛ ɔho ɔden betumi bia sɛ obegya ajapadeɛ kakra bi ama umma ne wo nananom ne wo nananka nso anom. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Enti sɛ wabɔ bra na wantumi anja ajapadeɛ kakra bi, I'm not talking about something big. Wantumi anja ajapadeɛ bi amma umma no wo nananom ne wo nananka nso anom ma, then there should be some question mark. We are not talking about a very huge estate. No. Something small, at least. So I met in Safra, I was so man on an to minya Japade kakra free honum. Internet text that yet support investment lectures no I don't know. Last week, yenya time efa niema bebree mu ye di nkan ye bisa ya ho say ye kan investment a ye dan e ma ye chechire mu. Ye toa so ehwe say wo ska anajapade a niema saa be na betumi de ahyem ama obi atumi aka sɛ wayɛ investment. Nti ɛbɛbɔ so bebree sɛ wo ska obetumi de atɔ stocks and shares of companies, obetumi de ayɛ government bonds, mutual fund, fixed deposit, treasury bills, obetumi odi sika na akɔhyɛ real estate mu ana obetumi atɔ asase koraa, asase ɛyɛ ansɛm ne ho obetumi atɔ, obetumi de ahwɛ wo ankasa ho school ana obetumi de ahwɛ wo ma ana nipa foforɔ school a da akye mfaso bɛba so ana obetumi nso de saa sika na ajapadeɛ no as ahyɛ wo ankasa w'adwuma ase, start your own business. We discuss here no afei yɛka nsɛm fa nsɛm a nkɔfoɔ ɛwɔ wɔ investment ho anyɛ nokorɛ yɛbɛbɔ so bebree. Yɛka sɛ investment is not gambling. Yɛka sɛ ebi mo say it is too risky to invest. Yɛbɛka a metumebo ɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛyie. Ebi mo ka sɛ yɛyɛ investment only when income levels increases. Not just that we seek asɛm ɛkɔ soro a ɛna wobɛtumi ayɛ investment. Ɛno so yɛkyerɛ mu sɛ da ebi nyɛ saa na ɛteɛ. Afei ebi mo ka sɛ you invest only when one is old. Nti na kyerɛ sɛ wonyi ma wo fie no kɔ anim kakra ɛna wotumi ɛyɛ investment. Ɛno so yɛka sɛ da ebi woyɛ akwalaa in fact 1 year 2 years you can start investing. Nti yɛkyerɛ no mu nso. Afei ebi mo ka sɛ investment is only reserved for business gurus. Na kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo a ɔmo ayɛ business akyɛ no a yɛnim ɔmo no bɛbɔ odin ne bi ɔmo pɛ na yɛfrɛ ɔmo investors ɔmo pɛ na etumi invest. Meka sɛ daabi wowɔ 2 cedis koraa na de kɔyɛ investment a you are also an investor, so you don't need to be a business guru before. Afei yɛfiri no so ɛba nsɛm a ɛyɛ papa a yɛwɔ investment ɛyɛ fact about investment ɛbɛbɔ so bebree. Yɛka financial planning sɛ woyɛ investment aboa ma woyɛ financial planning ɛyie. Yɛka nso sɛ ɛboa ma woyɛ financial independent, wonya financial independence. Abra ɛnyɛ daa ne daa nyinaa na wobɛtu anam akɔ nam fofo na abusuafoɔ sɛ kɔpɛ mmoa. Woyɛ investment ɛboa wɔ saa kwan no so. Yɛka sɛ investment nso boa ma wotumi secure your financial future. Yɛnim deɛ woyɛ nim daakye deɛ nanso wotumi yɛ nhyehyɛeɛ ɛyɛ investment a ɛtumi boa wo ɛma wo daakye sikasɛm ɛtumi gyina yie. Afei yɛka bibi ɛfa comfortable personal and family life. So woyɛ investment a ɛtumi boa ɛma wo ankasa ne wabusua ɛbra mo bɔ no tumi ɛkɔ yie ma mo. Nti wɔ hɔ a ɛwɔ sɛ wotumi ne wabusua ɛtumi kɔ baabi bi a moten kran motumi ɛbɔ mu kɔ baabi te sɛ takrade na tamale na makɔdi bɛɛ nansa ɛwɔ hɔ nom na magye mani kakra na masan aba ana mutumi to kwan free Ghana ekoba bi say Dubai ana France na makọ Germany makọ but stress level scratch me ba from na mahwehwe say de wiase aka no so esitie na oba wo se bia free eno nso etimi boa saa kwan no so working capital utumi aye investment enya scanner japade etimi de start one kasa wadwuma afi ye ba be wie no me de table way and a schedule way to so say with a monthly contribution of 250 Ghana cedis not just say bosumi bia no your contribution 250 na say unya an average interest rate of 23% over a period obetumi anya sika bebre, and that means you are creating wealth, and you can only create wealth if you are disciplined and you can do that kind of monthly contribution of 250 cedis. And here obi a osha contribute to 250 cedis no afi na wa contribute to 3,000, efienum na wa contribute to 15,000, enfiedu na wa contribute to 30,000, enfiedunum 15 years na wa contribute to 45,000, afi enfie ado no 20 years na wa contribute to 60,000. Saa nipa no enfie baako ekosi enfie ado no ntam no na wanya ensiho ana interest nkoa 1.1 million aka na 60,000 na wa contributing no. In effect, by 20 years time no na watimi anya 1.2 million. Maye schedule bi our Excel media no be kire na fe eno aweti en appetite na I encourage yen here seminar ye investment. Na we in a kaya last week yanti quickly media firm. It's other compelling reasons for investment. Again, reasons are ehun hia pa biem ben na etumi ekanya yen say we say etumi investment. Number 1, I see provide income to meet recurrent expenditure. You can't recurrent expenditure da niama ya to tone e kaya bobo ne say de si hwe ehun nya no sky de ye no e fe na recurrent expenditure. 1, obetua electricity prepaid, obeto credit, obeto data, obeto aduane, o TNT, obeko hospital, o discount beko sorry, o tithe, offering, ni nyina na recurrent expenditure. I was say sa niema we etimi boa yen ma ye investment pa ye. Esan say my example be said the previous weeks na twam na me ye personal and family budgeting e wo Emmanuel Church. Na make I say yen list expenditure that are related to family. Na ye list ya ma board ni so na ye ma na ye go so list. But expenditure no so anani nyina ye legitimate minim say family bi to me I incur sa expenditure items nyina over a period. Na ye wie na ye ka say ye list our income sources no. Ye list afi ye kan ye na ye nya 3 and 4 pe. Okay, that means that your income levels no mostly low, but expenditures are high. And one compelling reason I was say, me know your investment. Na yenye sika aboa yen say, or say to me, enya income a bit me aboa yama ya meet your recurrent expenditure. 2, accumulate funds for a major future purchase. Yemu bebre e wan is wadi hu say bia daache yanka say be see efie na ye beto efie. Young guys are ye wa sorry obi ehun so obi ti ne V8 mu a na ne je ho se daache e wo so no tutumi nya the latest form of V8 na o use ni nyina eye adepa enti e wo se yetumi ye investment na tumi abo yan ma yetumi amiti those kind of purchases. You have to save for our children's education. Save for children's education. In fact, say bibia enkanya yen kra January ya be na otwe mienu ntama ye bia school no. Minim nkofo a ye ho hyehye yen pa kwan ya be fa so a be to school fees. And January oko obi aso ko bobo si a onya ma because January obi aso ayehye. So why your investment then you can use the investment to pay your children's school fees. Very important. To protect the purchasing power of savings or time value of money. In fact, no can say they share Ghana currency and then when they compare foreign currencies, the dollar, euro, pound, your currency no mu yɛ mmerɛ nti sɛ sika ba wo nsɛm na wɔamfa nyɛ investment na wode to wɔamfa nyɛ hwɛ a with time no wobɛhu sɛ 100 cities na ekura wa wode tɔ hwɛ a ɛnyɛ yie because inflation nneɛma bɔ ɛkɔ soro but we invest a wonya dividends wonya nsiho wonya interest ɛno no cover for inflation na aba economy no mu no nti etumi boa wo ma wo purchasing power no egyina ɛhɔ anasɛ kɔ anim hedge against unforeseen future occurrences sɛ the daa yɛka no ɛnyɛ da biara na awia ɛbɛbɔ mmerɛ bi bɛba a nsuo bɛtɔ dendendenden ama na hyeki baabi a wote ebetumi apa wo dan so ebetumi abu dan koraa agu egya betumi ahye wo dan wo kaa wɔ nyame fa saa ma obetumi anya accident na kaa na sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wonyɛ nti there are so many forms of future unforeseen occurrences a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtumi yɛ investment ɛto hɔ nom sɛ de bɛyɛ a nyame fa saa ma saa nneɛma no bi esi a yɛtumi take care of it and these are some of the compelling reasons why ɛwɔ sɛ me no yɛyɛ investment no megye di sɛ ntiaseɛ wɔ hɔ paa afei last week sɛ ɛbɛkae a yɛbɛpɔn no meka sɛ mayɛ some ratios bi anaasɛ numbers bi a ɛwɔ sɛ etumi guide yɛn ɛwɔ yɛ family expenditure yɛ family income yɛ family investment a yɛbɛyɛ nyinaa no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtumi enya numbers bi egu ho anaasɛ ratios now ratios no makyekyɛ mu yɛwɔ what we call profitability ratios ratios a anaasɛ numbers a ɛkasa fa mfasoɔ ɛho ɛna yɛwɔ activity ratios na akɔ dane ne ho te sɛ recurrent expenditure na meka ho asɛm first no adeɛ a yɛyɛ no daa ne daa activity daa ne daa nneɛma a yɛyɛ ɛna afei liquidity no mostly akasa fa sika a ɛwɔ sɛ gyina yɛn nsam ɛho ɛna afei the last one amato ne din productivity ratios. Now, one, profitability ratios. Say, uwe busia, memfa miankasa me honya example. Miya ebusia maware na mewo emma miansa nso eka ho. Ya ye nuclear family na ye ho no. Ye wo ajapade no ne brof ye friend assets. Enti ye wo family assets and I say mebusia na ajapade. Enti example na me ma yemfa ne say ye wo car ɛna yɛwɔ efie ɛna yɛwɔ ajabadeɛ kakran de bi a yɛata asase wɔ baabi ɛna ebi a yɛwɔ bank account a sika sɛ ne wɔm ɛna ebi a obi wɔ ne company ɛna yɛde sika akɔ akɔhyɛ mu ne nyinaa yɛ ajabadeɛ sɛ ɔkeka ne nyinaa bom na sɛ wode sika ɛto so a ɛmfa ne sɛ mɔgyapadeɛ nyinaa ɛmfa ne sɛ yɛbɛ sɛ 500,000 a deɛ yɛka ne sɛ wotena ase na wosese a ɛwɔ sɛ ajapadeɛ no wotumi nya what we call return anaasɛ mfaso ɛwɔ sɛ wotumi nya 6% ɛwɔ so and for instance sɛ majapadeɛ nyinaa ɛyɛ 500,000 a ɛwɔ sɛ at least metumi nya mfaso 6% of the 500,000 as mfaso ɛwɔ so on yearly basis afi biara return on earning assets afei yɛnhwɛ wei nso wohwɛ ebusua ajapadeɛ na yɛwɔ deɛ enya mfaso directly bia embrel emfa profit bia embrel directly ɛna yɛwɔ deɛ directly ɛbrɔ returns ndi for instance mame enkyem yenu sɛ wasi fie na one ɔma no yere atim a ɛwom sɛ munya mfaso wɔ so deɛ because muntia rent ne nema but directly no bosome so anasa afi so a unya mfaso direct bi at say sika emfiri mu nti no enye earning asset na mom sɛ wowɔ car wode yɛ rentals anaasɛ wasi fie a wode yɛ rentals anaasɛ wayɛ fixed deposit ana wowɔ treasury bill wowɔ bond a ne nyinaa ɛyɛ magyapadeɛ ɛwɔ abusua no ma saa nneɛma no etumi de returns ɛbrɛw so we call it earning assets. Now what we are saying is that assets na ɛyɛ earning anaasɛ de mfasodeɛ busua no anya hwe kwa na wose afi bia no wosese a otumi nya emfasodie 15% of the value e wo so awose otumi nya 15% of the value e wo so afi what I've called return on family equity ebia na family no company bi e wo hono ma mokwakoto shares e wo mu awose mutumi nya returns e wo saa mo equity na mo aye no nso eso we said at least anya hwe kwa na wose otumi nya 10% of the value as your return afi ye wo de matu ne din interest expense to ana over interest income I mean chire mu ye interest expense no ye mu bi wo hono ma yakwa akoji loan ye mu bi wo hono ma yakwa akoji loan na yakwa akoji no bosome ye betua nsiho ama ba bi akoji loan no we pay interest on the loan and no your friend no interest expense ana ye wo interest income no say ukoto treasury bill government bond and I say wakoye fixed deposit our bank bi mu a and also I was say otumi nya what we call interest income nsiho a eba wo ho nti first no nsiho no ekọ company no honum interest expense and interest income ne ye nsiho no eba wo nchen we are saying say anya hwe kra no I was say interest expense to your interest income no eyepe enwo say eye to say o interest expense ni bebre na o interest income no nso esa ayesa na just abusua no mo boka nti we say mo hwe ni nti these are the profitability ratios afa ye what I have termed activity ratios o question bia ho no mo betumi adjot it down and then me try say me conclude in term na afa ya discussion na question bia na etimi anya time e ya no ye activity ratio ni ye da de ye nti there's one I've termed cost to income ratio cost to your daily expenditure otua electricity otua water otua aduane ofa car TNT oko hospital medical bills ni nyina no ka boma those are the family cost and the edi scabre family ni nyina to say bia o salary or investment income and but sources amunya scar free bia no and also eye o income you see o income o cost to income ratio no and once above 40%. In other words, expenditure ebusano no I was say to me edru and I say once extra 40% of the family revenue and the family income. They are very important this yardstick because emo bebre nya ska na to me edi ni na but nya ska once edi ni na I was say nya de buy investment I was say nya ska nkasa etu yensam etu honom to cater for any emergencies. The need to control. And that is the first activity ratio, cost to income. And I feel family cost over total cost. Family cost no a car and I say a car a year for abusiano. Expenditure a year for abusiano. That is the family cost. And a total cost near the overall cost. And for instance, utia tight, oma offering, oma na foska, utumi send this kama papa no man, unianom, and now for into canning in abuma, those are your total cost, your bills, and any other related cost to be on a total cost. And I work family cost. Family cost no a year related to your nuclear family alone. I was say usika ubinyano. Anya shukra there, I was say a more 60% no. A year related to your nuclear family. We need to build our nuclear family. And this is who nuclear family. Wa worry na nyamya wadum o mba. Who new mampo a ono wo yire no. I was say usika no fund do na eye de mode build them family no. But much we mention here because minimum kofo a omunya ska they spend all the money outside their home. Kakra bi pe na ba fie. Nti da bia be hu say na efia ni je ni because there's no money. But Oko Abonten, they are not enough for they are happy because he spends money outside. So that is the essence of this ratio. After what I've termed total income over total assets. And to say, oh, Ajapade bebre including the medical kind of first non-earning assets to say a dine any car any sign the kika asase and I earning assets to say sky or bank any interest and or car or the rentals and what the other rentals. Okay, can you now now salary and sky unya biano. Those are your total income and a total assets. Yes, I never was na. I was say what the total income divided with total asset at least I was say utumi nya a figure be to say 5%. 5%, which means you have converted all your total assets into values. Into say your total assets, for example, 500,000. And our income unya and so to say be 10,000 and I say 50,000. And so relationship we know a boy Emma ye share sika sem pa. There's what I've termed yield on earning assets. Yield and earning assets. I don't know any day. Make can earning assets. That I say earning assets. Assets are and for so ebaso and I interest also. And we have fixed deposit to a banker. Earning assets. What treasury bill, government bonds are earning assets. I'm saying that Anya should crown up on per annum basis. I was say 15% yield on your earning assets. 15% a figure I've benchmarked to the government of Ghana treasury bill. The annual should cry there. So what earning assets I was so to me government of Ghana treasury bill no rating. So to me return on your earning assets. I have liquidity ratios. Liquidity ratios scar I was a gina in some scar and I was a gina in some. And now say that's what we call liquid assets. Okay, fixed deposit our bank na say 1 month and 3 months and even 6 months it means friend to say liquid assets. Liquid because sa Japan don't mean nane no enya skaba unsam and 10. Yes see so what year total investment I was say anya shukra no 20% of that investment na why no liquid asset I want some. And you know no kra say untumi enkasa yesi enya investment enti no waswa abusua sika wo ma mo de hwa mo ho nyina no waswa ni nyina e de kwakoye investment sika ba kokra ni fi and also a wrong decision and a wrong way out ebi mu ye to me sisa sika nyina say won de waye investment enti oni sika bia wo fie no yes BBC uni so control you can't cater for the family afi that's what I've termed liquid funds to total liabilities. Total liabilities a car abusua ni nim say abusua car. For instance, makwakoji loan. Munim say loan no in 3 months time, ne time beso amwakwa kutua. Meanwhile, what is our sika nyina de akwakoye investment no unim time and as a time na investment no beso amwakwa sika no ewa. Oh yes then you are not being prudent. Yebeka say onye trustworthy because time ne bedru was okotia wokano na uniska e wonsam. It is wrong. The say total liabilities a car or say anya shokra no liquid funds a bit to me form maybe 90% of the car no e wonsam. I don't say very important. I did to be a bit more to me I am a money magwas not because of muniska or muska but a makwakoji loan. Loan ni time no so ya na was some kotiano. Investment na moko ye no. The time in I was a moji kotia loan nti omo default am money megwas. It's all because of improper planning and a lack of proper planning. Nti yenhwe ni ye enom. Afi last on the ratios no. I'm talking about productivity ratios. Productivity. The one on the left is expenses per family member. In fact, a year pass say ubo ka ewa abusua no ho a otimi transe na uhu abusua no obia e ka obo no obo won ho ntimi mfa Mr. Edu enye example mfa ne say Mr. Edu ewo emba 4 owo na yire na ebia owo obi enso te ne nchen abusua no nyina no mo ye nipa 7 ewo say anya hwekra no bosumi bia no Mr. Edu etumi estimate say me ba we e ka me bo won ho ni me ba we e ka me bo won ho ni utumi yes star estimation na etumi eboa ye pa e ma wo manage how you make your expenses. I know say Saudi we are making yamu bebre enye eno ane say sika no yedi ni saa but I was say etumi hu obi a wabusan mu bia no e ka ye bo won ho. The opposite side is revenue per family member. I was say Mr. Adu etumi ehu na busua no revenue a obia tumi edeba. Enti metumi aka say bia Mr. Adu is the breadwinner. Example, enti ono na odi sika no kese na beba. But I was say anya hwekra no maame Edu akosua nso enya bibi kakra ba. Se nkola no omanyinyin kakra omawie university ni we ya. Na so omo entum koya na omo ofie a ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo so etumi nya bibi kakra bɛfie enti woka ne nyinaa boma na na ɔba bɛyɛ family revenue then you can have what we call revenue per family member oyɛ saa etumi boa ama wo ho sika abusua no obi ade ba mu ɛka wobɔ wɔ abusua no obi ho ɛne ratios na ne nyinaa in totality ama abobɔ so no ebetumi aboa yɛn paa yie ama yɛsika sɛm atumi agina yie paa afe de etwa to a mede bo enede itofa eye de matuni din say enemies of financial independence and how to avoid them. Enemies of financial independence and how to avoid them. Say ope say wa nkasa otumi edi wo osikasem so a niema bi wo honoma e wo say otumi avoid. Number 1, we said going for avoidable consumer loans. Look, I have qualified the loans. I'm not saying that it is bad to go for loans, but I'm saying that avoid going for unnecessary consumer loans. Yemu bebree to me ekoji loan. Na ye dey ato flat screen, ye dey ato niama bebree amfaso de bia enhye den ni so. Afa edu ni ti a na ayeden. Se obeji loan a, ji loan a obetimi de aye investment amfaso beba so obetimi atua loan no. Wanye sa na oti say ene Samsung for anyway ma na wakoji loan na wakoto. Oye sa it doesn't help. Your money just moves away from you. Number 2, spending to keep a status. From your point to mention here, keeping a status. Yamu bebre no. It mean my muso ekodru japembia ebiana yen share that in honum. And for instance, my husband menam for Edward V8. Enti omo yam nam for there was seven so by all means minya V8. I wa kokoji loan 400,000 Ghana cedis a bit to me a 2-bedroom house and a 3-bedroom house. Now that I to Vietnam with them. You are keeping a status at own honum. Oh yes, sir, you will never become financially independent. So let's keep notice of that. Spending first before investing. Skaba on sama, I was say, to me a year investment no, we investment in the tour answer. What I see a discount. Until last time I make a Pareto principle. So I was say skaba on sama. 20% we to for investment and so what I say I spend the account. Yes, I bit me buying impulse buying, especially man away or textile market or koto bank ne bro. They could do one shoe be essence and honum bag business and oh make us know what Tony na but on planning so or better impulse buying and yeah a sometimes a year because a bit more boy me after they be a cheap, but in general terms no impulse buying is not good for us. We should avoid them. After spending more than you earn, spending more than you earn. In fact, Obinfobi can say the best place to live in this world is to live within your income. Say usika unyano, so what now their expenditure. I want show. There are some people who spend more than they earn. Oh yes, sir, they be now for them. It doesn't help you to become financially independent. The last one, bad investment practices. Bad investment practices, but this kind of also mismatches. You can't mismatch. Say, I fixed deposit. Wa unim say, bosumi away and muba obi henska. Na okoye fixed deposit and okoye fixed deposit 8 months. Fixed deposit ne 10 and 8 months. Meanwhile, unim say the next 2 months obi henska. Oh yes, sir, you are doing what we call mismatch. It's not good. Lack of appraisal. Okoye investment I was already can year appraiser ehu company akwakoya appraisal and one kasa say ultimate share your expenditure pattern. I will say ultimate assess your risk levels, your risk appetite, and so akwakoya investment. Afe lack of market research and the last one concentration in stocks. You can't concentration last time about so what do you go share in a good can turn back home. Yami wow na so do na copy but now share some kusening na babo. Oh yeah investment I was say what the investment no etoto baby. Said there be ya baby say ya na baby ayeye men's gold say ya at least kakra wo Republic Bank a bit ma kwaji wa there. And briefly this is what I wanted to share to end this our series of lecture on what I've termed misconceptions about investments and the facts. And also for one Mr. Samuel Onoma, yen na questions be about no ntumi nya no answer your time no aso. Now from next week you call something different. The enya investment mom finance we a bit a year project we should be able to do proper appraisal of the project to know whether a good return on the project or not. And that the hana medibesie say questions be a honoma yen shall say famra na your nsɛm bi apɛ sɛ yɛka wɔ ho nso a ɛbɛtumi yɛde aba na yi na yɛasoso ho.
Okay, your question. Good evening.
Good evening.
Me pacho, frɛ bibi.
Pacho bɛbɔ
Ernest, your friend me. Ernest, me na last be me friend for some investment advice.
Okay, that's fine. That's good.
Okay. There is something they call MFAN in the system. Me pacho, what does that mean, and is it good to invest in that?
Okay, thank you. So it's okay. And also can nyama ibesua eno ebi vehicles of investment. Obesa your investment akwanya ebetimi afa so your investment no. But what be say one mention is it's just what we call mutual fund. Mutual fund no. So unkwa uko so your investment ankra one unkwa na waka company bim na wo do sika kwakoto waka fixed deposit. Na mom ye asset companies ni bi wo hono ma omo gigi nkofo sika bebre bom na omo de akwakoye investment no on at different places. That is what we basically refer to as mutual fund. And also because there's what we call shared risk. So unkwa ukosa ukoye investment risk na ehye unkwa otiso. But so we invest in mutual fund there. It's an say enya wonkwa na wire investment na mum nipa bebre na abeka musika bom na company no they invest in different places no. The risk is spread across, is shared. And this is something small I can talk about mutual or M fund. But as time goes on, you better call investment vehicles. Now we are sharing in detail what these vehicles represent. But you know
no. Once again.
and it's about you down.
But I say, "Usi a best sense you have the more into now." Now, okay, say a bit about project near the idea.
Yes.
But me person business say, let's say I am paying a rent at Committee 2 for 1,000 cedis a month. Okay, but me person me jilo na me di to fee be at 25 from the 25. Na major rent in it. Will you advise me jilo a top property if you are to na metia and as a main save na mean see my dear.
And see, we know you don't just give a blanket advice. Okay. And see, for instance, so me now at one na ya be Excel or your name. I will say it to me a year numbers no your workings no na yenya entiasiye. But the idea say it is always good to own your own property because if you are paying rent every month be out here 1,000 cedis renter. What it means is in perpetuity, your rent every month 1,000, but property in rent no, the property is not for you. All right. Now, mom, So what call your mortgage? What your loan? Or the atofie? Na bosumi bia utia 1,000, and na bosumi bia utia 1,500. At least you know, say in a matter of say 20 or 30 years, no, that property will become yours. And it is always better to know, say, you are working towards owning your own property rather than paying rent to a landlord and then you have no idea when you will get your own property. And I was here to me, yes, I had distinction. No, Nemom say, remember, my made me your numbers, now my Excel spreadsheet, how much you say, what you rent for the next 20 years. This is how much you are wasting your money. Okay, mortgage, now say, but maybe out to 1,500 and so you get the property at the end of the mortgage period, but this is how much you are also spending. And analysis. But please take note, it is always better to work towards owning your own property compared to renting. Go rent, you are only paying money for people to chop.
Thank you. Without
My boss, that's very, I mean, sure. I was a median, say, so far, the watcher, you say, here, pa, say, investment was a name near that you see. Now, I'm a say, what kind of before I buy investment, say to me, fair. There be a secret question of risk involved, and say to me, making sure, say, we less the risk. If you said now along the line, why investigation will say this company is reliable? What do you seek for sure? Do you have access to monitor every month via and every week via the activity of the maybe all do you seek a question? That's it.
Okay, that's fine. So once again, said the worker, and our previous statement, it is good to work towards reducing risk. So one fact is say risk any idea to me a year or no. But what we do is to mitigate. We try to reduce the risk to the barest minimum. And why you want say company way a good. It is only a period now why you no. And this now why no. It will not stay there forever. For instance, minimum company be a and as we are talking now, emphasis on the shares a year $103 share price on $103 per share. Overnight, the shares dropped to $0.3 per share. And so appraiser and I won't say, oh, company where there said the share price I was not just say a trusted company. And overnight, something happened. There was some audit report that came out. The company shares crashed, and then the share dropped from $103 per share to $0.3 per share. What I'm saying is, when you are appraiser now, don't go to sleep. You should continue to monitor the company. In fact, what people who are astute in investment, what they do is that, say, or your investment in 1 year, okay, 6 months time, and I say year and year chimuno, otimiko say, oh, a woman say me say me investment in 1 year, then also be abantu in stremo nyamia ni mufa musika ma me na me fa nkona say me wie de me yana me sign this kana babiem. They just do that just to test the strength and test the liquidity position of the company. All right, companies are strong, no, irrespective of what kind of investment they have done. They should be able to find your money for you within a number of days. But company are almost trying to know, they will never give you your money. Say, oh, please, let's wait for the 1 year. Please, let's wait for the 1 year. Almost they should give you some signal. And once again, if you do appraisal today, don't go to sleep. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, I will sell to me a year another appraiser. Maybe wait to have a company also management account. I mean, share the strength of your balance sheet. You can do some of these things just to know whether the company is progressing or retrogressing. But
that's it. Perhaps my last question. I'm saying, I don't know, is it with me? Am I any updates about Men's Gold and maybe Gold Coast and our investments? Yeah, I say for now, issues about is there any good thing for some of us investments we are good. Do you have any updates for us? Thank you.
Okay, so let me put it this way. Banks now government liquidate here no. So far, we are the receiver of those banks that paid everybody their money. Now, savings and loans in microfinance no. Akaka krebi woma yentia. I'm saying yentia because I work with the receivers, so I know what's going on there. Ebi woma yentia because ebi mo our court. They say Gold Coast some few others be our court challenging the receivership process. Until omono the is still outstanding. But SEC institutions and as asset management firms need there. Ya kase ye shas ye etia scanny B. And yen nyina na ye tia de ye tia the ya friend cap ya cap na ye tia. Enti just a matter of time. I think the government the ministers no nyina ba in place now. Things start working now. People will start getting their monies from the asset management firms now. You collapse no. Microfinance for only be it is difficult getting information to even validate the status of those depositors. There are not many, but it's difficult getting information. We are doing our best to deal with those ones. I don't have a lot of information about Men's Gold, but the last time I had information on the lawyer of some of the customers, and I think they wanted to go to court again to force, I think this time, not Nana Appiah Mensah, because they believe, say, government at the lien up to Nana Appiah Mensah and the companies, no. Amaja Padia Swa, say, government, no, in itself is Swa. Ska Kakrababa Momo at the Ashasia Tiaomo. Nti Metisana person moko courts to enforce this kind of position. But I don't have enough information about Men's Gold no going forward.
All right, thank you. Yes, thank you.
Okay, I think we have time, Kakranti. You bet me bisa questions I wanna get the banana.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you very much. The question maybe say investments bena Christonia mapa ontumi because you are more rate no demand is more or less gambling. The investments bena Christonia mapa ontumi
Mamcha question no obi betimi actually my answer wo yemu. Somebody should talk to it before I come to conclude.
But I'm saying I can't bet my kind of say I'm no say you may need that. It is a investment to be now depending more interest are too higher. And the quite so money to be as I say, Sika, one year in Yamasuno, Sika, 1 year, Juma Enyano. Na Jessica Papa. At least the Osha, a crabia, Benya or Suro. No me a chance, say, Nipan promise so very big one. I don't the day, no one year. Now, all those who see Kenya. The air Christopher, the investment, at least Kakaka, with me, a boy. No mommy here, we hear chance, a very Jessica can see be
Good. Thank you, Mr. Edu. And so last week, Yaka said investing is not gambling. And I said, say, genuine investments are not done in a sentimental and speculative manner without knowledge based on credible research. Serious investors do not just throw their funds at any random investment. They perform thorough market research and commit capital or their funds only when there is reasonable expectation of profit. Enti, bacho, so what did the mechanic make this a muda honum? We are Christonia. Untimi fa sika say obisi obema 10% per month, and I say 120% per annum say na DKM no. Yes, it is almost the same as gambling. Because you define gambling, so gambling is putting money at risk by betting on an uncertain outcome. Because you can say 10% per month is certain, but truth is that it is not certain. Ghana has a company between a return of 10% per month. It is not possible. And we are Christian investment will be investment why research na one no in a sentimental manner and a speculative manner, but one knowledge our marketing, you understand what you are doing. You understand that you are expecting a reasonable expectation of profit before you commit your money or capital. And yes, Anna, what is it? It will be 10% per month. Now do you see alcohol? Then as a Christian, you cannot do that. But you down.
And I think say ebinom so social da bobosia. Oton sika obeji friend say 1,000 or say 500 ka ho. Busumi bia na utua tin say no so enye investment papa.
But you can be more.
Me say ebinom social da bobosia ukoji bosia o say omu ton sika. Wa kam kom so omu ton sika. Baba ma 1,000 o say busumi o the 1,500 but na so the 1,300 baba. Enti nsi ho obobusia man nkofo na oje ho eho nsi ho atin se eno se Christopher embo onua ho akere no aboa no nye nsi ho na ope unless say when they go into business kwa koton de and ade no so so koton na so say ebe ha mu nipa and as ha mu nipa because for example no ha no bi hu me say what drinking sport bi na ode na return na bibia buy enti Christmas no ohia 5,000 by the end of January no obetimi ama me 8,000 cedis. Or just or very sure. Let me see you know business in there, but osha or the quack or ton san any great in the sunny man. A big ways, but as a Christian, untimina sunny man. Those are some of the things are Christian Yamapa untimine.
Thank you very much. So what raising some point to me. But there's other side that I will say yeah Christopher Yension ye. Onim say ye was sorry ya ye mu bi eta boy humbusa. Enti the general principle no say obo busa wo nua ho no ma I will say utia na say utia na say tia ntem because I can tell you say ye mu bebre wa sorry ebi ye na mfo wa sorry ene ye nua no wa sorry agigigi ye ho ska bebre for several months. They are not paying. I'm sure say me be floor say be an fun experience ma e benya bi. Enti so akwaje ska wo nua honom say wo de koya de na wo de bebre no bosumi ntem. Na bosumi ntem ontimi amfa ma. Wo so ko nua no ho na wo ne kokasa de enti ontimi fa ma. But almost ska no show hwa afi na wo fa ska no enkoya. Na say 500 cedis na akwaje na wo nua no ho a. Make sure say wo this 500 na kwa wo de ebi be ka because 500 no say wo de ma na we invest here within a year. I was saying one young for so more than 500 no crash I was beam. And there was all the kakra kan woko. What the kono na say, oh, we dey me de ma o. Entimen fancy mu bi anka ho a. Eye. What the man so na so ogia. O de why you from there. Enti enye ni nyina na enye because ukoji unua to say 10,000. Na 10,000 na show for more than a year. Can you imagine if you invest 10,000 for a year? Unim fa so benya also. Na scan show ho you are not paying. And also there, me say, Sana Bible no etre. As I last week, some bekaya make Matthew chapter 25 verse 21. Okay, in fact Matthew 25 in Paul. The principle behind the parable of the talents. Or this kind of man no so no dey scan so enti otutu from no dey show one fanya hwe. The master na catch and say then na one first can go to bank and can so beba so. And to do a 2 of 1 year now na ordinary na please add some interest and give to the person. What the corner waji one general sign the interest no more. Fair enough. Pachemuda. And our pastor, we
Yeah, thank you very much.
Interest be and
so
chair and as I say and chair if you say
so
about one country say
okay, so listen. It's a fact I'm saying that Obeji scout for more for a Obeji 500 also now what you say now in the bedroom. I mean, there's no need to add interest because this is, I mean, friend on friend basis. So man call uncle Tanasang she business bia na Obeji misika for 1 week. Now 1 week to Madia Bremia. No problem. But Obeji scout so the bedroom bosome and now watching them. Na akodi bosumi nsia afi na scan my nasa afi ntem when you scan out the bar. Be reasonable to add something to it. That's what I mean. That is what we call time value of money. Because 500 cedis wabejeno. Somebody ye bibi na meeting there ye bibi a sombo compared to so that brem afi ntem. But you mention the muda. I'm just trying to make us a bit practical and a bit reasonable.
Yeah.
So Pastor Kifas will bit me I throw more light on this particular point because I'm the conclusion prefer.
Said the can in sa and it's here. But it's so unfortunate say you near too much. Ya make sure that I'm a neati. Yame okaseti yawo. Ya trodi. One we saw what you hold and walk with this. Oh man, dame adma. Next month to come bro. Let do 1 year. Can I say you have disgraced yourself before God? Any Christopher, we don't have to practice that. It's against the principles of being a true Christian. Also, Dallas will like I can say, only Christianity has disgrace is related because we're not faithful to our doctrines. I can't be. We need to be faithful. Mama will say, I'm a cat, Yahu. No, you know more, and Yahu. Any attire son, Moyan, never boy, above also any anti.
Amen.
You.
Okay. Okay. Also, go ahead. Sorry.
The moon answer say, and then my boy, I might be dealing. I come up. And that Collins, it was a pie in a mission.
Okay. As of may the 2 minutes be bonipo.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Enti me Excel computations be some come the better mo nti mo ba 2 minutes be enhwe na fe yem fan round it up this investment topic. Nti me share sa screen no mama me just about a minute na fe yem fan to aso. Okay. But I'm sure your screen no. Okay, good. Say your screen where the first screen no obi a all year investment for 50 years. Obi a all year investment for 50 years. Now, the all year say bosumi bia no obe contribute to 2,000 cedis. Pamchama yemma 2,000 ends can cry. The figure can even go down to 100 cedis or even 50 cedis. But I used 2,000 so that we can get the impact that we think we have to get. Obi say every month biano obe contribute to 2,000 cedis towards a 50 years investment. And this abosumi bia or contribute to 2,000 cedis. Andrew Afino now our contribution saying 2012, which is 24,000. Now 24,000 or shall I say the year investment every year investment at a rate of 20%. Pamucho by the time 50 years in the bed end no. By the time 50 years in the bed end no. Na onyano anya 218 million. 218 million. 218 million no. Emu 280 million. 386 eye emfaso a wenya nko a meka mfaso a interest calculate a wenya nko a 218,306,000. Now ode ne initial Osha investment national 24,000 na a monthly contribution of 2,000 cedis no or the shares here no ode kan ho na say at the end of 50 years no we nya 218,410,000. Now this is not a joke. Enye adia yedia no na eka keke. Like we say, Excel doesn't lie. If your formulas and everything is correct, Excel will produce the result. Say afi usha share the 24,000 a year investment. I'm telling you, say by 50 years time no. Now when you're more than 218 million Ghana cedis. Let's look at the other slide. You see, Bosumi Biano Ube contribute 2,000 cedis. Now, mom, this time no, on chain Emma Afino Emma. On chain Emma Afi Emma. Bosumi Miansa, I yen into 1 days Biano. Now, what contribute all this kind of investment? Until, like I'm saying, or 6,000. That is 2,000, 2,000, 2,000 for 3 months. When you're 6,000. Now, Osha said the investment now. What it means is by the time 50 years, and every 91 days, be no more rolling over your principal plus your interest. Yes, no. By the time 50 years end, no, now over 122 million Ghana cedis, 803,000 and but me can we are I don't interest investment in Wajayo. I don't interest Wajay because 2000 there I was every month be our tour. And this say oh yeah sadia. It means say obinya says we na brosu bebre. And there is power in investment. There is power in what we call compounding because it is compounding and at the interest neighbor. Can you imagine say one kind of funny example? Okay, me share that who be an the batin. Me fact Pastor Kefas example. Pastor sorry, me do your example. Time Pastor Kefas 20 years. And I shall say year investment. The investment, you know, I'm trying to say or the 200 cedis. 200 cedis and every month be a na oyi two and another year investment na. Pamuchewo. By the time anka Pastor Kefas enya 50 years etwamuno kaba now over 21.8 million Ghana cedis at the honum. So I shall say 50 years ago I was about now over 21.8 million. And there is power in investment. And we are going to make sure say investment club na yebeye discipline, yebeye ama people will know say when you invest, you really get dividends on the investment. And table when and I scared when another person me did chat to say the beya ebe share in crown say when you invest onto sika enguye na mom otumi nya mfaso ewo so pem e de ye dache opese oye Mr. Edu say 20 years ago and I osha say de 3,000 Ghana cedis eto ho every month 3,000 cedis eto ho no ma Mr. Edu enka by the time wenya 70 years no nanka over 327 million at the honum enye rocket science idea Bill Gates mo aye ehu said the tear nti yen so betimi asua ya min shrine I was so yesu dim amen
Amen.
Yeah, there was a pa ye. Yeah, you be anche ye new. And let ye who yempese ye better than them or see a queen. You see, church group, it's about improving the quality of the church member, spiritual quality, social quality, economic quality, and physical quality. We need economic quality. But it is part of the church group principle. In advertisement, and the best say fa. Na yedi adwuma, ye hu say ye ni abre. Aso pe ne ye da wase, ye mi sha. Could you say announcement bi wɔ hɔ a.
Also for me, that's it. Mesa ada enua Collins ase. Nyame insha bebre. Say nyame adom. And that the advertisement Meridian Ghana Conference. Yenye platform. A Zoom platform. Yɛde bɛyɛ programs. Na afei so yɛ meetings bebre no. Sɛ ne nyina anim no. Yɛre nkwa na ɛkɔ so. Nti meet most of our meetings na ɛwɛ ne Zoom. Ɛna nyame adom say ne program no nyinaa no so Prof, nyame hwa they are to YouTube. Them say we na say be say a playback e kwa be nyina na afei so any afoforo enka na yenka nchom say programs nyina no is on YouTube. So metimi akọ so akubetimi akọhwe ne dwumadi a yedi e. Na afei so momodin anem say number no eswati last week e 21. Them say ne maximum e nyina 10. So encourage you na ye na afoforo so share
A change of link no.
Ene afoforo no enshare na yentimi meka ho na ya say investment program no ya dey a ebeboa yen pa. So no can the last 20 years na kame start investment bi anka bade sam sika ni kwan se kame ye adwuma kura bio. No say osora udidi na wada kakra na okoye sisa ba. Obasa na obetimi enyi ache mo. Continue. Okay, also for him say me say me NDA na say ye platform no echo say 1,000 Ghana cedis. You dey ye be members kakra bia betimi e dey am dey atika no so bi no betimi e dey am yakopon so bi share bebre. E dey mas it also for betimi atwas. That's
So link to guy. For number no to guy. Could you?
Also for
Hello?
okay. All right. The link them say 055 say more Peter Pen 055 788 5174. Maybe I may send this so to Huamai 055 788 5174. I crave ya bit me a my support to them. I could point a bishop of the Namasi.
Nasty. And then they best say, as somebody could feel answer on the album pie.
Ɔsorosoro yi na ɔmo ade aseda ayɛyie nkamfo na de ma ɔdin yɛdo ase sɛ ɔmpɛ sɛ yɛrɛ nti wode nkwagyeɛ nhyehyɛ no nyinaa kyɛ nkwa deɛ kyɛ nso no wosi yɛnyɛ nhyehyɛ sɛ yɛbɛtena ase daa yɛbɛtena ase bɛmfi apem sɛ yɛbɛtena ase mfi apem de a yɛsikasɛm yɛntoto no ase yɛserɛ wo sɛ yɛsua bebree nanso yɛ a yɛntumi mfa nyɛ adwuma yɛserɛ sɛ deɛ onua da akyire wadom no nti kan ho no boa yɛn ne ntumi mfa nyɛ adwuma sɛ de bɛba a ɛbɛboa abusua bɛboa ankorankora mɛma no aboa asafo na ɛtumi atu mpɔn wɔ honam ne honhom nyinaa afei nso boa yɛn ne ntumi ne afoforɔ nkyɛ yɛntumi mmɔ dawuro na afoforɔ nso ntie bi deɛ ɛserɛ sɛ wobɛkɔ so ama onua Collins ahoɔden ne nimdeɛ watumi adi anim wɔ na ɔtwe aka yɛkɔɛ na so yi wɔ ho ban ayɛ ho mu asɛm bia adepa bi kyi a ɛde ayi ne nase ne ntontom ne nkamfo ama yɛdo ase san sɛ yɛbisa wɔ edimafo Kristo din mu nti amen
Amen.
Amen.
Yo, could you Adam Posaquetia forms? I could say.
James say, what would do is